esteemed members of the Oakham Curry Club. First of all, why don't we go around the table and each of you could do a brief introduction. But starting with the chairman, is that the rule? Or?
I mean, there are many rules. We'll get onto a few of them.
Okay. Vice chairman. Chairman, vice chairman.
I'm the chairman of the Oakham Curry Club, one of the founding fathers of the first branch in the UK. So the original vice chairman in the UK, then moved to Shanghai, where I'm the chairman, where the name is Greg.
Okay, we'll come back to you for more about that in just a moment. So,
sure. And I'm Andrew. I'm the vice chairman of the OCC here in Shanghai. I was one of the first trialists in Shanghai. So at the second ever meet of the Shanghai Open Curry Club, had my trial speech and was fortunate enough to be voted in. So very glad to be here.
Great. Ian?
That's where you go. My name's Ian. I'm probably the newest member of the Curry Club here tonight. So coming up for a year. I've just inherited the role of the Punisher, which we'll come to later.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah. That's so the name's Ian, so been involved for about a year. And we'll get on to the Punisher a bit later.
Great, excellent. Okay, moving around the table.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I came in to the OCC at the end of the first year, at our Chari, which we'll talk about later. And I am the social media member and researcher for the Oakham Curry Club.
Okay, great, thanks a lot.
Okay, I'm Cam. I'm a founding member, not for England like the chairman, just for Shanghai. So I don't have any roles like these guys, I'm just living off that for the moment.
Okay, great. So welcome along. As you can see from their rather smart attire, they take them pretty seriously. So you dress up like this when you go for a curry each time, or?
On special occasions, we'll class it as a tie. We call it as a meet when we have to go for our curry once a month. So when we got the chotty, or the next meet is actually going to be my 40th birthday. So that would be a Thai event. Other than that, we do have rules where we do want to be smart, so it'd be like a collar. And we have a few members who sort of skirt around that. One of them's about to join in.
I see.
We've managed to smarten him up a little bit.
I see,
with definitions of what we should wear and shouldn't wear.
I see, so he's coming with his tie as well.
He should be, He may try and wear a cap. He's not allowed to wear that normally at the table, because we sort of say, should be a bit more gentlemanly.
Okay, but he's still on his way. So, so first of all, perhaps you can describe because we have a few Chinese people or areas. So, welcome along.
Everything about you?
That's him, the late one.
Be careful of the seats, they're a bit fragile.
No one else got that.
No one else. So welcome, Simon. We've just done our introduction, so perhaps we can.
You can start
follow
again.
on with yours.
Beginning.
Start right from the beginning again.
No, I'm joking. Hello, Mr. Chairman. I'm official shopmaster, Shanghai division. Is there any other shopmasters in the world?
There isn't at the moment.
Not yet.
Official.
We can educate them.
Okay, well, we're going to come on to more details of the Punisher and the Shopmaster once the chairman has made a few more words regarding the history, the background, and also it's still going.
Come back up.
Is the timer still going around?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so it is very much in its creation a tongue-in-cheek innovation, really, and it's sort of like snowballed a little bit and gone far further than any of us could have imagined. You know, what a dream this is. Sat on a sofa together, live streaming, with people.
Living the
like
dream.
This is what it was meant for. But so when we started, it was just literally a group of friends went out for a curry on Sunday. It was supposed to be before the cinema. Horrendous service, getting really, really frustrated, agitated. And this is back home in Peterborough, not Oakham.
Oakham's
Oakham's not too far from it, about 30 minutes or so. we were getting quite agitated, and so much so that I went, I don't know if I'm actually don't normally do this, but I'm going to write an email complaining. So then when we were talking about it, we said, well, let's just say we're a curry club, and there was actually a very well-known curry club around the Peterborough area. But we couldn't quite remember the name. The name, as it happened, was actually called the Rutland Curry Club. So our friend then was going, no, actually, yeah, we'll call ourselves the Oakham Curry Club after that famous curry club.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, great idea, we'll do that. So I wrote this email.
After that famous curry club, so there was already an Oakham.
There was the curry club was actually called the Rutland Curry Club, but in true OCC tradition, we sort of messed that up and we got it wrong.
Right.
And then, but we were like, yeah, Oakham Curry Club. We're saying that we're the Oakham Curry Club.
Yeah. So none of you are from Oakham there.
No.
None of you have got any particular connections.
As
with
it stands, the Oakham Curry Club have never been for curry in Oakham. But we sort of like that, and there is the mayor has been in touch about that, but I'll come on to that maybe a bit later.
I see.
So yeah, I wrote the email complaining, and the restaurant owner very quick to respond. He was very apologetic and he invited us the next week. And then we said, yeah, I think we should just do this, because in the letter I'd said we dine once a month. So we went, let's actually do it. So we started calling ourselves the Oakham Curry Club. We then realised we got the name wrong, which was good because the Rutland Curry Club were actually very upset about all of this.
There was already a Rutland
Yes,
Curry
and
Club.
they were actually, to be fair to them, quite well known. They'd been on like Radio 1 and stuff like that. Yeah. And there was quite a bit of tension in the early days between the two rival curry clubs because we were like the new breed. And so we took their domain, so when you typed in Rutland Curry Club, it went straight to the Oakham Curry Club website.
OakhamCurryClub.com.
That's right. And now the Rutland Curry Club are no longer, unfortunately. We have far surpassed them. Yeah, so we did that and really quickly just realised, this could be something, Gandhi's camel.
Yeah, I got Gandhi covered though.
And yeah, I think the second ever time we'd gone for a curry, we decided the key positions. I was going to be vice chairman, and the original chairman, Eddie Seddon, he now calls himself the godfather of the OCC actually. Okay. He couldn't make it, so I was there representing as the chairman, and we're in this restaurant, and the staff truly loved it. I was getting spoon-fed at various points because I was the chairman for the evening, and we were like, this is brilliant. I mean, I scored very high marks because I felt there was a lot of care, but other members felt awkward by the level of attention that the chairman was getting. And then just snowball from there. A lot of people were quite interested to join, but then we liked sort of saying it was a bit more exclusive and just developed a few rules here and there over time. And then about a year later, so this was 2014, and then about a year later we were in Hong Kong because the chairman, Eddie, his brother Matt lived in Hong Kong, and we were on a holiday vacation, and we were talking a lot about the Oakham Curry Club, and there's always curry experts everywhere who loves it, so everyone's like, oh, I know more about curry, and we're like, well, we're not in a club, maybe you do. And then they were interested, so we started the Hong Kong branch, I think 2015, and then I moved around the same time to Shanghai, but I didn't quite feel comfortable moving here saying I've got a curry club because I wasn't sure how well received that might be in the expat. I didn't know what was cool to say as an expat and what was not. Now I can see what cool expats are like, perhaps. And I was chatting with Cam and two of our other friends about it after about 6, 7, 8 months, and then we sort of decided, yeah, let's actually make a go at this. So the four of us founded the Shanghai chapter in 2017 and flourished since. And then since then we've got Kuala Lumpur, Singapore,
Soon to be Sydney.
soon to be Bangkok next year for sure, possibly also Sydney, hopefully as well. So yeah, but very much tongue in cheek is the vibe with it.
We're organised as well.
I like
Yeah, you're organised, punctual. And
It's it's that level where it merges between people can't tell quite what's serious and not serious.
I understand.
Which is
Yeah,
brilliant.
the tongue is so far in the cheek, it's come out the other side. I don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the foundation of it.
yeah, somebody was describing it as almost like the curry equivalent of the stonemason, or something like that.
Yeah, I've had quite a lot of that. Some people really like it, some are very intrigued. There's quite a lot of jealousy that goes on. Yeah, but you're willing to put up with that. There's a lot of passion that stirs within people because they sort of feel their background means that they should be invited. Sammy's had some people. I don't know if you've met. Have you met Badge before?
Yes.
Badge's land.
Yeah.
Authentic Bengali.
The gym guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
He's
a tough.
actually made an appearance
Thought
on
so.
our, on our boxing stream.
Yeah, so some might have said it's easier to get on the show than it is to get in the curry club. Because Badge has struggled with that. But it's difficult, and admittedly...
It's obviously easier to get on here.
Admittedly, the founding fathers perhaps had it a bit easier than what it is now. It's quite a tough process.
I see. So that was what we're going to go into next in terms of how you actually managed to get into the club and the entry requirements and if there's any kind of induction ceremony for each.
There's always a lot of ceremony.
There's a lot of ceremony, yeah. So each meet we have an agenda that the chairman runs through. One of those agenda items is new members. So any existing members can put forward a case for someone that they think might be a good member. So they might put forward that person's name, argue why they should get in, and then if they get enough votes around the table that night, then that person can come to the next month's meet.
Right.
As a trialist. Now at that next month's meet, the trialists will have to stand up at some point during the meet and give a speech explaining how much they love curry, why they should get into the curry club, things like that. And I think with those speeches, creativity is always encouraged, and I think it's fair to say that Shanghai is probably leading the march around the world of our 5 locations when it comes to setting the standard of speeches.
In terms of process and procedure and etiquette and regulations as well?
Definitely everything, but certainly in terms of the trial speeches, I think we had some real...
Very, very high standards, and I mean... Founding father, I helped to create the rules. I didn't have to do one. And Cam also put his neck on the line to sort of start at the time, so he didn't have to do one. But all the guys around him had to, and I think particularly Sammy and Ian, their experience of the sort of trial speech, because they're the newer members, so about a year. It's about a year ago, wasn't it? It was October when they had theirs, and it's quite nerve-wracking because I send them through examples. So it's like that. This is the level. From us merely being supportive, of course, this is the level of what it is expecting. We've had, songs, we've had, raps, poems,
magic tricks.
Yeah, we have a whole variety show. We've had people who've made merchandise to try and bribe their way in on there. Yeah, so it's a very high standard.
So you do reject people then, if you don't feel that they're dedicated enough, or they're not going to be present in
well, the members. I mean, you'd like to hope the members sort of. That's why it's tough when it comes to the voting. I mean, you have some members, and some who are sat round this table who, when we were voting whether they should get a trial, they lost to no one, because we equally sometimes go, should we have anyone the next month, or should we just say no? So it took Ian quite a while to even get nominated for his trial.
So we are
yours was first time to get nominated into it, and then it is pretty nerve-wracking, because obviously some of the people, it tends to be that somebody knows somebody who's in the club, but
people do get rejected there.
Yeah, that's right. And Hong Kong had one case where a guy, poor effort, fell asleep at the table. He had a bit too much to drink, fell asleep at the table. Yeah, and he struggled. And most, in fairness, very, very high standard. I mean, Ian turned up in a tuxedo.
I did.
For his one, to make an impression. Sammy went to other lengths for his one.
And are we going into more detail there, or are you just
it's up to you, Sammy.
We've done a presentation.
And we also had the bit that I did enjoy the most on the day that they both went to it, where they were doing their trial, was we had a visitor from the UK who was visiting. He'd been a member for a long time. I spoke about the original chairman, Eddie, and it was his younger brother, Jack. So there's 3 brothers. Matt was in Hong Kong, Eddie's in the UK, and so is Jack. And Jack was visiting at the time. So if you get one of the great things, it really is obviously like an international community, essentially. Visiting somewhere, great, if you can turn up from the curry, you'll be invited as guests. And myself and Cam have been to quite a few of the foreign meets abroad, so Jack came to visit, and Jack went first actually, and delivered what was the best thing we've seen at the OCC.
Some might say stitch up.
He did this incredible rap and everything else. A little bit like when you're at the wedding and you're quite nervous and everyone's laughing at someone before you. These two guys suddenly were a bit nervous when they were supposed to follow it. So, and that's it. Yeah, and they'll do that, and then we'll vote on it.
Yeah.
Afterwards in the week, and then let them know if they've managed to make it successfully.
And are they informed by like a formal letter, or invited by a phone call, or how do they?
Certainly, when they get the tap on the shoulder to come as a trialist, they traditionally receive a letter, ideally hard copy with the chairman's thumbprint in curry sauce, in the curry sauce on the letter. Digital age now, sometimes that's
we're trying to be good for the environment.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so they'll get a letter with that, and then they're then notified if they get entered into the group or not. So,
okay. I think we're going to move on to. I think we're going to move on to the tasting fairly shortly. But a couple more questions just before we do. So, any advice for new members how they can get involved, and any kind of tips to help them jump over the barrier? Yeah,
it's not up to the public.
I see. I see.
They're sort of carefully reared and selected.
I think anyone is welcome to apply. That's definitely what we always say. I think you can follow the official WeChat account as always the first start. I believe our handle is Oakham Curry Club SH on WeChat.
Okay.
Follow the official WeChat account, get in contact with us through that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll after the stream, you put all your details in our WeChat, to highlight community WeChat groups, and then they can take it from there and see if they can get in.
Fantastic.
Yeah, cool, man.
So just a quick round table. Favourite ever curry, Sammy?
Favourite curry?
Yeah.
Pretty lame, right?
No, absolutely not.
In Shanghai,
I was thinking more like your most amazing ever curry experience.
Ching tip masala, sheikh kebab. Generally, Shanghai's curries are
kind of
average,
or
so not very good.
Right, I see. So
what's curry?
This is B. And this is. So no, hang on. No, we need. No, I'm going to leave the break. Is that the number?
I said you'd take some spicy salad because you're pretty much used to chilies.
Yeah. So Ian, best restaurant you've ever been to?
Well, it was more of a private dining experience, so that was Hardeep from the Bull and Claw, and he just absolutely smashed it out.
Right.
Really
so it's not technically like a curry house. They serve other types
he
of
did
food.
a one-off special for us
I see.
a couple of months ago. And,
right.
it was just out as well. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like lobster vindaloo, all sorts of things that you wouldn't.
I'm not sure whether we're going to be reaching such heights tonight, but
because we always OCC changes lives, so that even includes for the chefs as well. So Hardeep and Anu as well. Shanghai.
Who would you say was better, Greg?
Well, I mean,
you can check the rankings.
The ratings have Hardeep as one as higher. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Hardeep's meal I think was incredible. Anu's also top notch. If you're talking something available to the general public, the Tandoor was top notch until that closed down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're always scouring.
But it varies, isn't it? So some are good for different things, like Asian Box, when it was like just one man doing the food himself, was fantastic.
Holding the wall, really.
Yeah,
so it's like
great.
a bit different.
Okay. And
the best curry place in Shanghai? What was it again?
So last year it was Tandoor, but Tandoor shut down during COVID.
And never came back.
It does. It depends what you're after, because obviously we review the whole aspect of it. Basically it's a culinary experience that we're also going for. So there's many factors that the OCC member has to consider. That's the tough thing.
Tandoor's up there. Indian kitchen, very well scored.
Can't Chacha for very passionate about their cooking.
I thought Vegas the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the one in the Vedas in Hongmei Lu went, I think, but I think they've still got one.
Yeah, they've got one on Churchill.
Yeah.
That's right. Been to both those.
Okay. Sorry?
Well, my favourite, I'd say my favourite curry in Shanghai would be Indian curry hut.
Okay.
Down by Hubei, in like the Koreatown area.
Okay.
That's my favourite.
Is that near the Carrefour around there? Or?
It's right near
Shui
like Seoul
Chung
Plaza. It's within the...
Oh, I know,
within the
yeah.
mall.
Yeah, sort of past the two big malls and you just sort of go further down. Oh, that's good. Not that far from me. I might check that one out. You can?
Yeah, it's always good going last on these questions. I guess, yeah. But people who live downtown, there's a good place in Baguio, Shanghai area. So that would be my first Shanghai.
Right, okay, so on to the tasting then. So first of all, we want Team Vindaloo, so Team Spicy. This was decided before we arrived.
Could be
Sammy, you
glass of
mean
water.
Certainly, yeah, we can get some water for you all.
Some water.
Yeah. So move out wine. Okay, let's crack on. Some amber. So no, I guess you guys just stay where you are. Perhaps a couple more plates actually, and then we'll serve it.
What else you play, guy? Oh, sorry. I didn't need water. Is that for me?
So we're starting with Chairman, Vice Chairman, first of all. We're going to try it.
no one's lost his strap with them.
Andrew, you're going to put that.
So it's always going to be nice and
Water.
Oh, Sammy, if you find some water, mate.
I'll get some water,
There you
mate.
go.
Oh,
He was stretching his legs.
yeah.
Well, hydration.
Thanks, Sam.
Might be a bit dehydrated on the weekend.
very greasy. Just going to go over there. Actually, the best way to do it is if I just...
Yes, Sammy.
Water.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. That's all right.
You hungry?
Arrête, mais...
Oh, wait, look at this.
With your hand? Yeah, perhaps speed things up. Just get 3 plates and...
This is A, this is B over there.
We'll serve up A first.
She's hungry, obviously. Yeah, I don't blame her. Huh?
Are we scoring for presentation yet?
Yes, you can.
It's just taste, really. So. Each. Lovely. Super. Right, so that's B over there. So just keep B on this table for now, and then we'll bring over.
Just hydrating for the chicken, stop the pen as well.
So first way to go, drink water, get ready.
Guess what we could do is, okay, great. So we've got.
What I'm gonna prepare the room.
Okay, so keep B here. Inside here.
Tell me when you're ready, mate.
So there's some new forks as well. We've got loads more new forks. I should bring in for the next guys as well. So, Here we go. So this is curry A, guys.
Yeah.
So we've all got a lamb vindaloo with a samosa.
And
What are we doing the chili penalty then?
well, that's the punisher that he will.
Well, I think we should do that after the testing.
I think the punisher will decide that.
We didn't ask the restaurant, but maybe
It's
they
very
knew.
good.
Maybe they knew what was going on.
Yeah, something
Got
like
the
that.
chili.
John is next back. I'm going to samosa first. My initial thoughts with the samosas is that I think Lotus Land intended to sort of yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, there should be a little bit left.
Without swaying.
So we can do, bring it.
The dough is still quite crispy, which is hard when it's
Bring it further in. So, any initial thoughts, Sammy? Any
That's very high quality meat.
high quality meat? Yep.
Got a bit of a kick there.
Yep. I mean, obviously, it's a vindaloo. How does a vindaloo in Shanghai compare to a week? Yeah, I see. Yeah.
The last meet we went to Vegas and that was good. Wow.
Yeah.
Finally, we had something
Yeah.
spicier. Otherwise,
I went to Lotus Land the other day.
Yeah, I've been to Lotus Land. Down in what's it, Zunyilu. It's sort of on the way to Hongqiao.
apple chow and I've got cheese.
So I heard
Oh, I think there's a couple. Pardon?
we've got a couple.
Hmm?
We've got a couple for delivery.
What?
Lotus Land, isn't it?
Lotus
I'm not
Land.
guessing.
Lotus Land are not present tonight.
No, I wasn't guessing. That was my guess.
Sorry, yeah. So I've given it away there, but that isn't one of the restaurants. No. But I'm gonna see if you can. That'll be one of the last things we do tonight to see if you can actually guess where they've come from. Once Team Non-Spicy have had theirs as well. So the non-spicy stuff's just being prepared now. So
It's not vindaloo.
Do we have to wait for them to enjoy both curries? And then
well, not necessarily. I think Stefan's preparing the first. I think he's preparing non-spicy curry A. I think so. That way it'll be a long. So are you getting a bit peckish then?
no.
Yeah, I see. So the samosas, crispy, soggy.
They weren't bad.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, remember this is takeaway food. It's obviously it's
Well,
not
it
good.
is different. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
It's different.
And it's
It's a
been
little bit soggy, but you
Yeah.
have to take that into account.
it arrived around sort of 6:30, 6:45 tonight. So we're just sort of heating it up. So it's not too. It's not been hanging around for too long.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
On the smaller side, on the samosas, but not always a bad thing.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Not bad. I'm hoping the second one packs more of a punch.
Okay, I'm just wondering whether you get. I guess it's best to give your scores after you've had both. Yes, and then you can.
So they don't know anything.
Yeah, we're doing the next one.
Yep, that's fine. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, no, I mean once you've finished curry B,
Sure.
then you can sort of work out which one you preferred, and perhaps give an overall score for both of them. But you'll have to confer and give a universal score in between the three of you.
Okay. We'll do it.
But I mean that's normally what you do at the end of a night. Like if if like 10 of you have gone out and you all decide for yourself, or would you give an individual score?
Well, the chairman will tell you that.
I see.
Chairman will tell you that.
There's no swaying that's allowed to go on. So one of the rules is actually if you were trying to sway someone by trying to say, "Oh, it's lovely," trying to influence their score. So that's because obviously we're so impartial. Try and make sure we steer clear of people swaying, and then the link will go out afterwards, and then people have a couple of days just to contemplate it, and then they give their scores, and then we work out the averages that way. So
Right.
So
I see.
We
So
wouldn't do it on the night because
the
obviously-
verdict isn't given straight away.
No. You need to consider.
But unfortunately,
Wait
we're
up.
going to have to
Yeah.
make an exception.
Yeah, it's not 2 days special.
What's this one?
Curry B.
So this is curry B. Again, lamb vindaloo with samosa. But the samosa's a little bit different.
I was going to say,
the samosas have come with chickpeas.
Is it a
and-
samosa chat?
It is indeed.
There we go.
Yes.
That looks very good.
It is indeed.
So this is from the same restaurant?
It's, no, it's from a different restaurant.
You're not getting
That's the whole. That's,
Nice and salty.
it's kind of the aim is to.
So we have a real range of members. All sorts of occupation,
Yeah, they're-
thinking,
It's the
intelligence.
same restaurant that does two different types of vindaloo.
So that's a vindaloo?
Yeah, it's a vindaloo, and this is from another restaurant.
It's not lotus stand either, so.
Yeah.
Still not like stand, yeah.
I don't think it's not conventional grill because I've had their samosa chat.
Yeah. We had a
Without sway, it's better.
So curry a non-spicy one has arrived.
We'll get a tissue for Mr. Chairman.
Work out the sweat over here.
See?
That's the lens of the cameras.
And the camera also adds 10 pounds on it.
About the gut.
Oh wow. Feel like people were saying.
That's so quiet. Let's score that.
Are you noticing any major differences between the two?
I mean, without sway, if we're saying curry A wasn't spicy, this curry B has nothing to it.
Really? So then neither of them are very spicy for vindaloo, in terms of a vindaloo. I see.
Curry A is spicier without sway.
Is it possible to get like a phao in Shanghai anywhere? Or?
I've not seen it.
Never seen it? No. So the verdict for the second one is...
pretty rare, even when you ask for a stuff to be spicy, it's pretty often just same.
They
same
just
level.
throw a few extra chilies in there, or just, I see. That's surprising considering like the spiciness of say Sichuan food, where
Yeah, they
some of it
always
just
ask-
blows your head off.
Yeah, they always ask sort of like, are you sure? But the chilies are.
Which is a strange thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, were either of them particularly unpleasant, or both kind of
Quite nice.
half of the course, average, above average?
Good meat, very good meat.
Good meat?
Some restaurants you go to here, the meat is questionable whether it's actually chicken or lamb.
Oh really? It's as bad as that?
Sometimes the curry's a bit too soupy, very watery, like watered down.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was a red.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone again. Okay. I don't know. There was a red thing coming up. I don't know what it was. It was still spacing. Yeah. But anyway, so we come over.
It's very liquid, this one.
Yeah, we need a spoon, I guess, for those ones. You have?
I do it.
The Ian Walker one got shut down. Right, yeah, it got only right at the end.
Ian Walker's leg was shut down as well.
How are you guys doing down there?
You must be hungry now. Look at it and sitting there eating. Yeah.
So should we score these out of 10?
Yeah. So just if you could just confer and give an overall score on the samosa and then per dish.
Two scores.
Yeah. So two different scores, huh?
Curry A.
So curry A, a score for the samosa of curry A.
I think that was like a decent semi-standard curry, maybe a 7.5. Yeah.
Okay.
OCC approved, not hard deep level, you know.
So are we agreeing on with the vice chairman here, or
Yeah. Box standard 7 for me.
7?
7, which is like an approved score normally.
So
Seven's
sevens across the board.
Yep.
Okay, 7. So and then for the lamb vindaloo, the first one.
I liked it. I know I'm sweating, but I would rather it was hotter.
Definitely agree.
But it was good.
Yeah.
I thought the meat was. Thank you.
Okay.
Stay at 7 then, or?
I did like I like the vindaloo because the meat was actually really nice.
Yeah, it was
That's the first time I had some
Yeah.
good meat. So I'm going to give that an 8.
I could do with 8.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Okay, great. So we move up to an 8 then for curry A.
Really?
So curry B samosa, which was a samosa chat, is it?
Yeah.
Slightly different.
A little bit sweeter.
Yeah, which was samosa chatties, but like maybe it was the time, but it wasn't as crispy as well.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'd be
Takeaway,
a
wasn't it?
little bit less.
6.5.
5.
Yeah.
6.5. Yeah, we can have half scores.
Well, we do, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So we've got a 6.5 for the samosa for curry B, and the lamb vindaloo curry B. Not so spicy, this one.
I'll go for 7.
I'm probably going on the 6.5.
Yeah.
So 2 6.5s and a 7. What happens at that? This 6.5. Go for 6. Or it is vice president and president. So that prevails. Okay. So 6.5. If there's any left, then maybe. There's a pot of rice actually sitting in there, but one of them came with rice, one of them didn't. So. Okay, that red message has gone again now. So.
Alright. This is curry egg coming out of these ones.
I'm intrigued today.
Very intriguing, mate.
I genuinely want to go to wherever they.
Yeah, would you go to one of these restaurants?
I imagine we have.
You've probably been there, I guess.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would be delighted if we hadn't.
Yeah.
We're
Considering where we're located and how long it took to get here,
Not too far away, is it?
you could probably work it out. Yeah.
Not too far away, are they?
No.
delivery you don't want to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, we ordered around sort of 6ish, so yeah, and you can probably kind of get a rough idea as to where where they're from based on that. So. Okay, so curry, are you ready to serve?
Everything is ready.
Okay, wonderful. So here we have butter chicken curry A with a peshwari naan. Yep, they're just coming. We're just going to get the. We need a few more forks, so I'll. They're des fourchettes en plastique. Yeah, great. Yep, just to make you agonise even longer, we're just going to get some forks.
Fork, knife, finger. What do you need?
It's a little tricky.
Oh, okay. So then you want to say? Yeah.
Fork, possible?
No, there's one there that's been used.
Thank you.
No. You're not having any, are you? No. Yeah. Can't wait there.
Singapore KO.
Okay, back to get them all in like this.
I don't know if I got all the meat, but good amount of meat.
Take a picture of all the girls.
Transfer making all up. That's not transfer windows.
There is.
Oh, sorry, boys.
No quarantine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, boy.
Okay, all good. Ready for you guys.
Which one will you?
So how was it?
Save me a bit of that, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Good tender chicken.
Yeah, I was going to say, chicken very tender. Nice. Good chunks, good size.
There's a bit left behind there.
We're going to square it on. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Hard to do chat. They don't do these.
I had Powerful on the weekend, it's definitely.
Yeah, they're
Spice, Spice, if you say so, wouldn't it?
Pardon?
Yes.
No, say that. What's that? Just mention it, mate.
Yeah, Vegas.
Hey, chill.
The only thing with the Vegas though, the only thing with Vegas I said, the vindaloo was spicy.
Yeah. Hey, keep it like that, so.
But I don't think venues are consistent.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I don't remember that.
Give us some commentary, boys. How's the food?
yeah, it's good. Like I said, chicken's very tender. Nice, big chunks.
Buttery.
Buttery. It's a little bit sweet, but.
Spill it on their carpet, yeah?
I know, it's like that.
You don't like
It's a brand new carpet as well.
uniform where you don't like
Yeah, there's a little bit of spillage. Is there any penalties for that? Or?
Yeah,
Well, actually, there isn't.
Well, that's the punishment. No, there's not.
Interesting thought.
you can suggest a new rule and we can vote on it. Sometimes it's quite controversial. But
Yeah.
I know she's not wearing a hat tonight.
Okay.
Don't go into culture if you want to.
Yeah.
Just
So,
Stay on there.
so you know, I didn't actually. Yeah. So the half-time scores are 15 for Curry A and 13 for Curry B.
Anyone's game.
So all to play for.
How's the naan?
Yes.
A little bit sweet.
Tender.
So all good. Not obviously really very mild, right?
Yeah.
Creamy and mild.
It's very creamy.
Yeah. And the naan good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a bit. Yeah.
Bit sweet.
It's okay.
Bit sweet.
Are you guys able to make the curry yourself?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
only
Who's
with
the,
my
who's
chef.
Yeah. Some of us more than others.
Has there ever been like a kind of homemade curry night? So where it's,
No, not
where it's
yet.
taken place in somebody's apartment? Or?
Not people upstairs.
Probably hard to get the ingredients.
In Hong Kong, obviously with COVID, the branches are trying to be as creative as possible. So
Yeah.
in the UK, they've been booking out separate tables and only 3 or 4 of them on a table, and then conducting the business in the middle with the chairman sort of leading things there. Hong Kong have had it where they've done a couple of takeaway ones to eat in someone's house because they also have been struggling lately. Kuala Lumpur, they've only had one this year,
Right.
because of COVID. They've struggled a bit.
We were meant to have our second ever global meeting in April or May this year. All the branches coming together for one, and then COVID got in the way, but we did a virtual global meeting instead. People zooming in from around the world, UK lunch, Asia dinner.
Because the year before we went to Bangkok, we were hosting the first global one, but we chose Bangkok because it was easier for the UK members to get to. For the global meet. So the intention is, every year we'll have a global one where all the branches will try and get there for it.
There was going to be no long term.
Same team?
Yeah.
Huh?
Same thing again, yeah.
Yeah, same team.
Is this also Peshawari night?
Because
Yeah, so
they had to compare the two. They had to compare the two teams.
Surprisingly, this is also.
Like this team, they compared the two. That's how it goes.
So in Southeast Asia, which country you would select as the best curry? Malaysia? I exclude India, obviously.
Yeah, I think we're perhaps the paupers with regards to that, because you've got Malaysia's got loads, Singapore. I think the quality in those 2 places they're probably.
Even Hong Kong's probably better.
Hong Kong, a lot of variety.
Because Shanghai, we don't have that many
we've
curry
been,
places.
and there's quite a quick turnover. There's a lot we've been to which then shut. Probably because obviously the OCC carries a bit of sway with people, bad review, it counts for a lot of things.
Is it also the people that are making the curries here? Where they're from, right?
Yeah. And then I think COVID, a lot of the restaurants have struggled because they have a lot of chefs stuck. In India. Yeah, stuck in India. So some of them are coming back now. We went to Vedas last week. They were really grateful because the guy had just come back from it.
They locked out for 6 months.
Yeah, he'd be very happy.
And they still had to pay rent, even though they had no one here.
Yeah, it's just tough. But we also, if when venues score above a 7, they get, TripAdvisor get the OCC approved sticker to display. So we'll cast judgment over the show, and you can maybe put it up somewhere.
Are you known on TripAdvisor at all? Have you got any kind of affiliation with them?
TripAdvisor struggle to, because they have different. You're not allowed to post on QR codes and websites and stuff like that. So we've struggled a bit with that. But our WeChat following is pretty strong. And obviously you've been on the website that we have globally as well, on the global Instagram and Twitter.
How many hits do we get
On the week, 400 plus normally for our articles.
So the Hardy one, 900, and then with our media partner, that's Shanghai, it's helped quite a bit. We've had a few articles that have gone out. And I know Anu, when she cooked for us, that was good, profile for her, she was able to get a lot of business off the back of that.
Changes life.
Yeah.
I should say with the scoring, so Greg mentioned 7 out of 10, so we rank each restaurant on 5 scores. Quality of the food, value for money, atmosphere, and then also customer care and customer service. So customer care, being about going the extra mile, things like feeding spoon feeding the chairman, or free shots or something like that, and
which is the reason why we started, sort of customer service.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I lost some more. So customer care, and that also is different between like in Hong Kong, the owners, a lot of them, they get it a bit more. Some of the venues here, a little bit more. So some have started to be a little bit better now because they're actually like, you OCC, and sort of they actually come out and chat to us and describe the dishes and stuff like that. But some of the venues, they think they
I had bad experience. I'm not going to name it, but Indian place here, and the service was not. Not
be variable.
Seriously, not that great.
Yeah.
For an expat kind of places, I was pretty surprised. Even the owner and stuff.
And the atmosphere in a lot of restaurants can be sometimes like quite empty, like by say 8:30 or something at night. So that's why it's good. It's interesting when some others are like really busy and stuff. I mean, obviously in a way it helps because we have quite a lot of agenda items we get through, and there's quite a lot of important curry business that we discuss. And for the trialists, when they're speaking, maybe they're helped by a quieter venue because we're able to sometimes they can turn the music down a little bit, and it adds to it. We'll have to share with you some of the best trialist speeches.
Sure.
A few of them are like songs, to be honest, but they're very good. Some of them. Pat's was very good as well. He was very nervous, but it was good.
How was the crowd?
Okay then, so let's get some scores together. Curry A for the butter chicken.
Butter chicken, I'd go with a 7 for that myself.
They made it safe, didn't they?
Yeah, made it safe. The chicken was very tender. The sauce wasn't overly powerful, but it was still nice.
Right.
I'd say that's a safe. Definitely passed on that one. So 7 for that.
7.
Yeah,
Cam?
that's spot on really. I mean, for butter chicken, it's got the risk averse. So, it ticks the boxes.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd say OCC recommended 7.
So we're going for 7 for the butter chicken. Yeah. So curry bees have a bit of catching up to do. And the peshwari naan.
Yeah, I'd go 7 again. I mean, it's
7 again.
Amazing.
It's
got a bit sweet.
Solid 7.
Someone said nice ties.
I guess they're trying to be different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit. Obviously, you have the delivery and whatnot, delivery factor, but comparing it to, I'd say 6.5.
Yeah,
6.5 is it? 6.5.
6.
It was healthier. It was like a brown bread now, so.
Okay. Right. So we're going to go for
6.5.
So we're going to go for 6.5.
He was doing like healthy food then.
So we can now top that up. So 22, 28.5. I'm used to adding up scores, Sammy. Do it every other Wednesday. There you go. So Curry House B has got 28.5 to beat. So it's got its work cut out here.
That should be very difficult.
Right. Yeah, I see. Curry B, butter chicken.
I would say,
verdict.
Personally, I thought the sauce was slightly better.
My wife said she can't see
the chicken wasn't quite as big or as tender.
Can't see you.
It did the job, as you say, ticked the boxes. So I'd say that edges it for the butter chicken for me. So I'd say 7.5.
7.5.
Sorry, I'll give it a 6 because the sauce is okay.
Slight disagreement in
there you go. See,
inside the camp here.
Some people it's about the sauces, some people it's about meat.
I'll split the difference here. I'll go 7. I did think the portion size for the chicken was smaller, but I thought the sauce was better.
Okay, so around 7.
So 7 then.
7, I guess. So let's get 7 for the butter chicken.
Bread better be good to catch up.
Yeah, the bread's got to the bread's got to be out of this world.
I'm going to go with the 14 for the 9. I actually thought the 9 was nicer, but again, just 7. It wasn't as sweet. It was bigger, a bit more solid for me. So 7 for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good. 7.5.
7.5? 7?
Yeah, I would say 7.5. Somehow held its crispierness despite the delivery and however hours old.
Oh, it's not that long. Been about an hour long.
5.
Yeah, exactly.
They know their cards.
Well, neither one's come too far.
So yes, so 7.5 then.
So we're going to go 7.5 for curry bean noodle.
I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 7.
27.5.
13, 27.5, of course. So not a lot in it. Not a lot in it there. So we have a winner though. Curry A has prevailed here. Just edged Curry B by 1 point. So a round of applause for Curry A. No, not spice. Can anybody start with Curry A first? Any ideas as to where it may have come from?
I don't use my logic as to which venues, like our knowledge of the curry scene and which venues are close.
Exactly, in terms of the time we ordered and where we are here.
I'd say maybe curry fire because of the location, but not necessarily like the quality scene, like perhaps.
I don't. I had curry pie Saturday. The Vindaloo wasn't like that. Yeah. Vindaloo wasn't like that.
Okay, so there's a bit of a.
Unless they knew.
We are doing Shujiahui yet.
Shujiahui, no?
Isn't it Shujiahui?
No, it wasn't.
It's not Shujiahui.
Same.
Thanks for
Yes.
I mean, are we Masala Arts Radio this year? We are.
Yeah.
Is there still Masala on coming? There's one coming.
Yeah, there was.
It could be.
Could be Masala.
I don't know the quality. Curveball on the naan.
Maybe the samosas quite big as well.
Small samosas.
Yeah, maybe Masala Art.
So which one, the A or B?
A Masala Art.
And B?
And B?
I'm thinking Brahma around the corner.
Which one?
The Brahma and the spice.
I trust Cam. So
But
whatever
based on
Cam
your
says.
face, I'm thinking maybe not that.
Okay, well, so we got Masala Art and Brahma, is
You
it?
sure? No, if you're not sure.
This venue does like Thai food.
One side of the base is Indian, one side of the base.
Okay.
Yeah, chomping no.
Yes.
Yeah. Station. Thai Indian.
Yeah.
Okay.
do Indian?
That's the merde, c'est on
Just bear with me.
I just think they'd just go lazy and just get curry fire.
I can curry fire.
I just had a curry pie Vindaloo on
But
Saturday.
the second one was in plastic
It can
container.
change over time, something, you know. Different chefs, you know, different nights.
I'm not convinced the venues have the
Curry
same
fire is
level
not pepper.
of-
No.
Ah no, you're right, it's pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots from there.
Yeah.
Ah, that is intriguing.
So, as we were preparing the curries earlier, we had one set of dishes over one side, next to A, and the other next to B, with the name of the curry house on the other side. Curry A.
Where was that piece of paper? Just didn't know where Sammy's been going.
Exactly. Was it? No, it was in the meeting room. So we set foot in there.
I checked your bins as well.
Actually, he did. I actually can attest to that.
And then Aaron.
How many might have fallen?
There was a McDonald's in there. Sort of half anyway.
But so on with the
Big man.
revealing. So curry A is indeed Masala Art. So well done, Masala Art there. Okay.
That's where Bremo was visiting.
Curry B, your guess is Brahma.
Can we change it? Can we change it?
Well, it was the incorrect answer.
Yes, you can.
So I'll you can go. Let you have an extra guess.
There you go.
I don't order takeaway for us.
Is that a curry?
Maybe they change the container.
Maybe it's
Just for you tonight.
I don't know how old this place is. I don't know.
Give it a name. It's not easy,
I can give you a clue first of all.
Go on.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Well, I think they're both on Dagulu.
Oh.
So maybe it's a new
Mako,
one.
is it?
No, it's DESI. Desi.
Desi.
Oh, Masala Desi.
Yeah.
Oh. Because the one on Dagaloo shut.
Oh, well, maybe it's not on Dagulu, but it's Desi.
Masala Desi.
Masala Desi was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this one?
Masala Desi was next to Masala. It's with the same company.
I mean, the address on Sherpa said it was on Dagulu, but I'm not. I can't confirm 100%, but yeah.
They might do the takeaway.
Maybe. Well, no,
they might do the takeaway version from the Dagulu one.
But the packaging was slightly different.
Yeah.
So and
because I take it the masala art was the one near here.
Yeah. But it's very similar.
Whereas the other one would be the other one very strong chilies.
Yes.
Very strong chilies.
That's probably what they gave us.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, after the meal, we normally would go to the Punisher report.
Right. I see.
And there's a Punisher in every branch. So we tend to have to, because we're we like to respect every member, so being on time is important. Not having your phone out, at the table, just so you're present with every member is quite important as well.
What was that again? Not having your phone out?
Yeah, that's right. So various sort of things, and if
using the phone.
If you can't make a meet, you normally would do a video telling members why you were so sad that you can. And again, some of those are very creative and actually very, very funny. Ian did actually a very good one recently with that.
So the Punisher has a role this evening.
Technically, like you said, there's rules to follow. So not using your phone is an example of one. So there's a chili right there for Sammy, and being on time. So we've only got 2 chilies, so Sammy's got them both.
Everyone's on their phone.
During the meet, Sammy. There we go.
We're a little late as well.
Take both of those.
Good job, he's well.
There we go. So,
Fanbase was messaging me.
Maybe say the motto in front of the camera as well.
Oh no, no cheating. She'll go.
The ones from Bessie were very
Hey, Shelly.
If just push, you're not gonna listen.
He's drinking
You have some water with it.
Sure. Oof. That is tough.
They good back?
You swallow it whole. It's all gone.
I'm fine.
Definitely gone.
Because what you also get is members trying to be supportive of each other, but equally there's members who
trying to stitch each other up as well.
We did have one once where we went to Desi and the chilies were really, really strong. The next time we were going somewhere else, Cameron said to me, because I lived on Dagwood, so he went, go pick up like a bag of chilies from that venue. So the next one's going to be at the Valley Grill. Which worked well until he messed up the time. He got confused with what time we were supposed to turn up the meet, so he was 30 minutes late, so we had to then have these super hot chilies that he was telling us to get from the venue. So, yeah, very good. How was that, alright?
Fine, no problem.
Okay, all good, yeah.
Well remembered.
What are you going to do? Shut me up?
Yeah, see? Hardly flinched there.
No, absolutely fine.
Okay, great, all good. Perfect timing as well. Just gone a couple of minutes over an hour. Normally do an hour, so.
Okay.
So there we go. So
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. And there's a
little bit of curry
over there if you're still hungry.
Oh, look, Sammy's got that whip.
Yeah. So any final remarks? Any messages to the viewers? Anyone tuning in?
I think there's a global audience with this, so all the branches have taken an interest in it. It was posted in the worldwide OCC group. There's about 80 odd members worldwide, so everybody's very excited about this next step in progress of the Oakham Curry Club. So
check out the Instagram. And follow us on WeChat.
That's right.
That's Shanghai, maybe partners. Von Bergel, watch partners.
Yes, sorry, we should say we've got the Oakham Curry Club watches.
Is it really?
Yeah,
they are as well. Wow,
we have a watchmaker in Hong Kong, and he designed some special.
Wow, look at that!
Ones.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the.
So that's our gift for tonight for having you.
Take
it.
Singapore. One of our members has just been awarded the MBE
by the Queen.
Yeah, so that's also good. And
what's his name?
He may choose to wear the tie.
Yeah. It's not for services to curry though.
Not yet. But he's doing that. He's doing that on the side.
I see.
Improving relations between Britain and Malaysia. So fantastic.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Super.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
yes, thanks a lot. I hope
OCC.
you all enjoyed it. And if you want to try your luck at getting into the inner circle, then
Is that
Everybody's welcome to apply.
You want to go on the watch list, Robert? Is that it?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm dedicated enough. Really, I don't know.
Okay. You're off the watch list.
We'll see. But, okay, so there we are. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And so we'll see you all next week, where we have Marion. We have a life coach in, I believe. Life coach. And you can tune into that. Yeah, we've got an entire schedule now, all booked up for right through to the middle of December. We've got all our guests booked up until then. We're going to a tattoo parlour. We're going to try and bake some croissants somewhere.
You're going to get a tattoo?
No, I'm not going to get a tattoo.
You said he wasn't committed.
We've got a makeup artist. We've got a violinist. We've got next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
OCC.